go ahead and tweet. I got the title changed.
Yay!
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see her response. Okay. I clicked off of, there we go. Wow. And then unfrozen. And here's.
You're still frozen.
Come on, stream. Camera off. Camera on. Robot mic. Me.
Yep, you.
Man. Problem is, the only way I have to fix this.
Yeah.
I need to get a USB hub because I can't plug everything into my machine. I'm going to move back a little bit. This week, yeah, I did have a little hard time getting it completed, but it was absolutely blessed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm answering chat. Okay, my video is getting better, but let's see what network I'm on. I'm going to switch it. Are you there? Okay, we'll drop it. Okay. Is that better for me so far?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm moving. You can see me now. I'm not
Yeah. And you don't have a robot voice
Good.
right now.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we're waiting for our guest. He's driving home as we speak and should be joining us as soon as he's able. Any guesses who it is? I know some of you were here last week, so you probably already know. Oh, good. I'm hiding. I'm back into my disguise. I'm no longer a robot or pixelated. Pixelated robot. That's my secret identity.
Mm-hmm. Or if you listen to other podcasts, you know.
That's true.
Can't have a good LTI podcast without some tech. I could do without it. I
Yeah.
could do without it.
Hey. There is something really, really cool this week. Guess what I got fixed?
Oh.
Aha!
Ah, good job.
The might of Dalaran has arrived.
Hopefully that's loud enough for the stream to hear. And I also figured out how to possibly record the video going forward when we have the frame so that the frame is in the video. So
Was it not before?
no, every time you record the video, it puts it. Well, I haven't got there yet. I was busy fixing the other issues. Clear as day. Loud enough though? That's the question. Because Ariana always complains about it being too loud.
It's not too loud.
I know it's not now, but if
It sounds good.
sorry, we need to ban Rommels from the chat room. He's on his way to BlizzCon, 6 hours driving ahead of me. You know, I don't think we're allowed to have BlizzConners in the.
Will you move your mic away just a tad?
Like that?
Yeah.
Is it too loud when I get close?
A little loud.
Well, I can actually fix that. So, Ramos, are you actually streaming the show in your car while you're driving? Or are you saying that you are going to download it and listen when you're driving? Oh, unlimited data. Ah. Lucky you. Okay. So don't type, Rommels. Don't type and drive. Okay, let me try one more thing here. 132. I hope I can get to that. Probably not. So I need. Let's see if that one has. Oh, come on. Espo. Who's Espo?
So we replaced the host.
Yeah, remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about how we were interviewing another host?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got one.
The ongoing joke.
Paste. Oh, I'm gonna lose camera for a second.
Okay.
This is again where I'm running out of USB ports. Yes, Espo is an ongoing joke. Just be careful when you're typing.
It's loud, I know. I'll mute it. Mm. I'm tired.
Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot play that audio file because it's a 3GA, but let me see if I can convert it.
Why did you say you turned your camera off?
Because I was plugging in a USB drive, and I had to
Gotcha.
unplug the camera to do that. But I'm back. Open, and our guest should be here any moment.
Does it
No,
work
I
now?
can't pick it up at all. Are you kidding me? Does what work? The audio?
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, I'm so used to using the Mac. I keep doing Mac shortcuts to do stuff in Windows. Yeah, I wish. He's a little busy right now. Where did I put it?
There's a trending thing on Facebook about Tornado Watch.
Well, that's because we just experienced one.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's more like, I don't usually see Tornado Watch things on Facebook. Like in the news. I don't think.
They're spying on you so they know where you're at.
And the reason why the live show is probably a bit better is because there's some fun stuff that happens. Oh, thank you. Off the live show, recorded show. Sometimes we goof around more. Espo
Especially
comes in wearing weird
Espo's in here.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, where did it go?
He's a sleepy old dog. Yeah, buddy. He has a stuffed duck.
Uh-oh.
It's a Duck Dynasty duck. This thing is gross. There he goes. Sorry.
Got
Didn't
his
mean to
attention.
start something. Oh, he's scared about the thunderstorm, the tornado. So he's going back to bed.
Okay, I might have got it working. Hold on a second. Copy. Let me see if we have. It's not here yet. That's okay. We're still getting the last bits done. Okay.
The dog's hiding.
Video.
Sorry, what am I doing? What? Okay.
I'm just undoing the other video, so.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Oh.
Your
Didn't do
top
it.
3, which is like your top 1, what
Yep.
BlizzCon announcement are you looking forward to?
Yep.
I don't really know because they haven't been announced, so I don't understand what your question is.
Well, what are you looking most forward to hearing about? Like
I have no idea what they're
Overwatch,
going to announce. Oh,
Overwatch,
what game?
or, anything. So, like, are you looking forward to hearing what Overwatch is going to talk about? They're going to talk about
I'm
that,
looking
or are you
forward
more
to
looking
them.
forward to Hearthstone? Or are you more looking forward to World of Warcraft? That type of thing.
I'm looking
Or
for.
after we talk about what's possibly going to happen with Hearthstone, which of those Hearthstone things you're looking forward to?
I am looking forward to them announcing raids. Can I look forward to that even though they're not going to announce that?
Yes. That's the point is, what are you looking forward to that
Okay.
may or may not be announced?
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm going to try this to see if this works.
Is it a prediction of sorts? Because then that prediction's wrong. Or is it just what we want?
Can you hear that?
No.
Me either. So
Predictions. Because I have no idea what they're going to say. Basically speculations. I'm just going to say what I want, which is raids. Maybe. Or maybe I'll make something else up.
So we have a dog co-host, according.
Wasn't there like a Hearthstone cooking thing, like chef somebody or other? I was like, what? And I didn't get to look into it because I was like, what is that? How would I better look that up because I'm curious. Dragon Rider knows. It was on her Twitter. What is that thing? Tell me. Chef Sasha. Wow, I'm not even good. Chef Sasha. Okay. What's that?
Hmm.
Funnel gates.
Okay. It did not convert, so unfortunately, no Dragon Rider. It didn't work. The file format. Hey, John's here. I mean, guest person might be here.
There's lots of Johns. You don't know which one.
And it's not the John you may be thinking about.
Or it could be.
Or it could be. That's right. Is it or isn't it? Okay, let me add. Come on. Add peeps.
Okay, so let's see, what is this?
Okay.
Is he cooking and doing Hearthstone at the same time? He is. Maybe? They have a stream where they play Hearthstone and each week cook something different. Wow. How does that even work? I don't understand. Why would you want to watch both? But like, it's cool. Play and cook at the same time? Yeah, it's an odd combination, but I would enjoy both halves. I agree. Hmm.
Okay. Had him and lost him. Or not even had him. So try again. See if he's able to.
Yay.
Oh,
What's
maybe.
up?
Yay!
We did
Yes.
it.
Greetings.
Success.
What's going on? Hey, sorry, it was funny because on Skype right now I was like waiting. I was like, how come they haven't sent me an invite? And I had it on reset and I didn't go over to the other tab. And then it's like, oh, I had 2 requests. And I was, dang it.
Yes.
I was thinking to myself,
Yeah.
I hit you on Facebook and I was like, hey, I was like, I'm ready to go. Whatever. But, all right, cool.
Okay.
What's going on, guys?
Well, we're live streaming.
Okay,
So
cool.
everybody's out there listening to your
Awesome.
melodious voice.
It's
Hello, people. I look like a lumberjack
Hello.
today, huh?
That's okay. That's
Cool.
the Jack thing. I'm trying to adjust my view here so that we can actually get everybody
Awesome.
We'll try to make
Sweet.
it all
Sweet. So
good.
how's everything going with you guys? Did you guys check out the episode did you check out the episode with Espo on the show?
in. I listened to half of it on the way to work today. I was going to listen
It
to
was
it yesterday. Yeah, it was.
It dragged. Man, we're not good at the whole keeping time thing.
Yeah.
And we are. Our show started out, we were originally an hour, I think.
Uh-huh.
At some point in the past, we were an hour.
And then Espo came on and it went to like 4.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
See, so that's what happens is when you get Espo on the show, it extends your time.
Yeah.
So just plain Espo.
Because I've been trying to get it to where we could somehow get it down to an hour, but it's been the most impossible thing.
Yeah.
It's just like you just talk and talk and talk. It's so hard not to. And I'm a very chatty person, so I blame myself.
Yeah, I noticed you tend to talk a lot on the show. I was telling Ariana that earlier. I was like, John talks a lot, and he just likes to talk. I hope it's not like having Espo back on the show.
Oh, maybe. You never know. I'm just kidding. No, for sure though. It's all good.
Okay, let me go close the door and.
Do you need me to close it? Whoa.
Well.
Oops.
I think your side's fine. I haven't heard any issues unless everybody else.
All right. Cool.
So.
Yeah. Is my level fine?
Yes. You sound
all
good.
right.
Yep. All right.
Oh man.
So you've been just got back from work?
Oh yeah. I'm still
what
wearing
time zone are you? Oh, you're in Pacific.
Yeah, I'm Pacific. I'm in Southern California. I've actually lived like 30 to 45 minutes from where they do BlizzCon. So.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's gonna be mayhem.
Are you gonna go?
I was going to originally, but now I don't know if I'm going to anymore. I was gonna just go down there and hang out with people and stuff like that for for the fun of everything. But I couldn't justify spending that much money right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I got too many things going on with like kids and family and too many responsibilities. But
and we're not going, so
I know. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good though. There's stuff going on around that time, so maybe I'll make it down there for a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're talking about next year.
I think there's a lot of people going who aren't even buying tickets, who are just going to hang around.
Yeah. Oh, so many people. Because there's a bunch of different things going on around, like outside of BlizzCon, like with all the people that are there for BlizzCon. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And also there's the World of Podcasts or something like that that's happening across the street, I think tonight. So all the podcasts are getting together and some of them are recording their show live in front of an audience.
Nice.
And they got it all set up. It's really cool. So you can come and meet and greet and that type of thing too. So
that's super cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
So did you get a chance to look at the notes?
Yes, I did.
Did
Cool.
you want to add? Did you add? I didn't notice anything.
No, I didn't add only because originally I was figuring out what I was going to add, and then I talked to Espo the other night, and he gave me something to bring up on hints and tips. I guess I'll add it really quick, actually. Um,
Cool.
new in
At
the,
least you
like
didn't just say that Espo had this one thing he wanted you to say secretly.
no, he actually you know what he told me to say. Originally, Espo was like, dude, he's all, you know what? I want you to go with this like hits and tips topic, and then just pretend like you totally made it up, and then we can tell him later or something like that. He's all, but I was like, no way, dude, I can't do that. Because what he told me to bring up if I wanted to, he like kind of gave me so I didn't have to worry about it. Is something actually really good. So it's something good that
what he
even
meant for
myself
nefarious
needed.
ways.
Really though, he got into my head. No, it's cool. It's all good.
Okay, John, I want to mention it again. You need to spend the $20.
The 20?
20. Buy a mic.
I know. I'm going to. I've been trying to figure out which one I'm going to get, and I think I'm just going to end up getting that microphone. One of the microphones you sent me that has like the like headphone jack at the bottom of the mic and everything.
Yep.
Is that this one? Because I have the headphone jack inside the mic.
Where?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think
it is.
that's it. That's it.
It's a
That's
nice
what
one.
I'm going to get.
Nice
Yeah,
and cheap
it's
too.
pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
easy. It's super convenient. So I'm trying to get the whole crew to get them, if that's possible.
I mean, they're cheap enough that it's worth doing temporarily, at least.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, totally.
And we got one
Totally.
for Espo, and that made a huge difference. And
Oh, Zeroshio has the same mic. Nice.
Yes, yeah, it's a cool mic. I've looked at a bunch of different reviews on it and stuff, and after Bastidia sent it to me, so looks like the one.
I only say that because it's like you talk, and sometimes they're cutting out
Mhm.
over you when you're in audio and stuff. And like, if you have the
Yeah.
mic, it might actually give you a little bit more power over them, which is probably a bad thing.
I don't know if I need more, but I don't know if I need any more. Honestly, that's just how I've been my whole entire life, and it's like once you step into the whole realm of broadcasting and doing podcast stuff, it's kind of like you have to like learn little things. If you want to be a host of a show, you definitely got to learn to like try and reel things in, and you have to learn to the quality matters. These are things I didn't know going into it. So I mean, we're 12 episodes in, and honestly, like I'm ready to like take those steps, but I didn't really know what those steps were for a while. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, I have a background in music from when I was younger, and but this is like a totally different thing to me.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah, I was in
Yeah.
my life, and yeah, this is completely different, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, of course, totally.
Okay then. Well, I was able to get things fixed and working this week for once. So we actually have music going into the beginning that people will be able to hear for whatever it's worth. We'll see. And you might not know our drill, but you probably do from listening to the beginning. When we start out, we'll just play the music. Be unmuted. We'll do a moment of silence before we start. We'll give that just a minute or so just to get some dead space so I can take the background noise out afterwards.
Totally.
But quiet for that, and then you can mute during the music if you want. And then we'll introduce ourselves. Usually it's me and Ari, and then I am Espo at the end. But you can do what you like.
Cool.
And
Awesome.
I am Espo.
We actually have the music this week.
That's cool.
That's what I just said that. Were you not listening?
No, I was not.
Oh,
I was reading chat. I'm sorry.
this is gonna be a long day.
Wait, can I have like 10 seconds before we start?
You're being Espo.
Let me guess.
I'm gonna be real quick.
Get some coffee.
Are you
You're gonna get
serious?
some coffee.
No, it's gonna take 1 sec. Literally.
Go for it.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Plenty of time.
Oh, he's a
I
very
think
good
Espo put him up
Espo
to that.
replacement. You think Espo put him up to that? I wouldn't doubt it, but I don't think so.
Right, everybody.
Is Jeeves even up?
It should be.
All right, back. Let's do this.
Oh, you know what? He got... No, he's
Nope.
there.
He's not. Right?
Well, let's fix that. Apparently he...
I wondered there.
What did
Apparently.
I do an Espo thing right now?
Yes, you
did.
Oh, on my
Actually,
show.
actually, two things. One,
What?
let me get my hat and
Oh yeah.
give me one
So
second.
I got a hat on, so I'm good. I'm good with that.
Oh, you were saying on your show?
Oh yeah, on our show, it's like it never fails. Right before we start, it's like everybody leaves, like get snacks or whatever they got to do, so they can like keep themselves good for that time, which is something we got to figure out too. And then because that also makes noise. And then like whenever we start, someone's always like disappearing, and I'm like, he going? Like one of our hosts or co-hosts, his hometown hero, he always is like leaning down to like pet his cat, to calm his cat down, and I'm like always like wondering where he went. But we found out. It's pretty funny.
Okay, let's start.
What the deal is with
Start the show.
Jeeves, but we'll just
Moving
deal with it.
on.
Okay,
Right,
here we
there
go
we-
then. So, a moment of silence, then you can mute,
Got
and
Mhm.
music.
Mhm.
So here we go. You're listening to Legend of the Innkeeper, the Hearthstone podcast for casual players.
Ah, you're new here. Pull up a chair by the hearth.
Welcome to Legend of the Innkeeper. I'm Vasidius.
I'm Marianne Wynn.
And I am not Espo. I'm Cold Classic.
Welcome.
Yay!
Good to have you on the
What's
show.
up? Thank you for
Hey,
having
glad
me.
to have
Thank
you.
for having me. For
You
sure.
know, Espo abandoned us this week. He decided to go to the mountains and ride bicycles and do something with his art class or something to do with art with
Yeah,
school.
there's an art expo.
An art
has
expo
an
with Espo?
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
By the way, Cold Classic is a host of another podcast that covers this wonderful game of Hearthstone.
Yes.
And let's definitely give you props for that because that is an awesome show. The Cardback Cavalry,
Thank
not
you, thank you.
Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the whole story about that this week when you talked about it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's a tricky word to say if you're not thinking of the other word. It's like there's two different words, cavalry and cavalry. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, every
It's
time
easy to get
we
it
mention
confused.
it, Ariaman's like, "Yeah, he's in Cardback Cavaliers," and it's like, "No, it's not Cavaliers anymore. You changed it. You changed it."
Yeah. I know that it's totally my fault. It's my I just figured, Cavaliers first. We were getting the whole, oh, you guys like LeBron James and Cavaliers. I'm like, no. And then it was
Nothing to do with that.
then it was, yeah, I know, it's funny, but it's okay.
So, what in general idea do you guys cover? Give us a little background on this.
Of our podcast,
Yep,
Mhm.
yeah.
we kind of cover all aspects of the game right now. We're still trying to find our niche as far as where we feel like our strong suits are. Like for me, I just enjoy the game as a whole. Then one of our co-hosts, Hometown Hero, he loves Arena, and so we talk about a lot of Arena for him. And he's got like a funny, salty attitude, but it's hilarious when we talk about it. We always give him a hard time. It's hilarious. And then our other guy, Recognize, he's like a legendary player who's just got he's really smart and he understands the game really well, and he's really into like the whole ranked part of it.
He does
and
math, doesn't he?
he's an IT guy in real life, so so he's a smart dude, and he So I don't know. We kind of cover everything. We go from casual to the whole ranked thing to like arena to I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. But
Yeah,
as
yeah.
we're only 12 episodes in, so we're kind of going with the flow and just we'll probably buckle down within I would hope before episode 20 and get all that dialed in.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the biggest keys I've always heard is that most podcasts don't make it past episode 10. So you're at 12, so you're in awesome state. So don't worry.
And it's been hard to get it that far. So
Oh, it
Yeah.
is always a challenge, yeah. But once you get past
for
that number
sure.
10, certainly makes it's more of a, okay, well, I think we got some of the things figured out here. Let's kind of work through. But
You get
it's
some
awesome to
of that
listen to that.
momentum.
Yep. And Espo was on the show the other day. It was his birthday
Yes.
also.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Yeah,
funny
it
that
was a
he
good
was
time.
doing that. So I
Yeah.
It
haven't
was
listened
actually
all the way through. So I don't know if you guys did anything to make fun of him or anything. So
no, you know what? It was actually really cool because it was the first time we've had a guest on our show. I mean, we were only 12 episodes in, and so we thought it would be a long time before we actually start having guests. And so since last week on your episode or near the end of the show, we kind of just threw out ideas and we're making them happen. So it's
that's
really
right.
cool. Yeah, but he came on there and he just totally blended. You know, he's such a good attitude, and the guy is such a uh, he's such an awesome character. Like he can fit in with any group. It seems like so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's,
yeah, he talked very highly of you guys. And
well, I also heard that you guys all pretty much ended up the season last season about the same level,
yeah,
rank 6, I think it was.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. We all
So
ended up at rank 6, trying to get to 5, and it was just really hard to get to 5.
Yeah.
yeah, I can totally understand because I was just working my way down all the way down to rank 13. So, anyways, what about you, Ariane? How far did you get last month?
I don't remember.
It was probably 17.
Probably.
something
That's
like-
usually where I sit. Yeah, because
What'd
I
you do
try to
this
get
week?
past 19 to get that chest. So this week, yes. I got to play that awesome new Tavern Brawl.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yep.
very cool.
And
probably talk
I
about it later.
also created a few Warlock decks. Someone on the Facebook group sent me a Hobgoblin Warlock.
I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it actually, for some reason, works really well. Go figure.
That's awesome.
Hobgoblin is a good card, especially with Dreadseed, which I don't have.
Yeah.
But I've heard that is good. And then I also made a handlock, but I haven't played it. It's kind of a fake handlock because I don't have all the cards. I'm kind of scared to try it because I don't know how to play handlock. But and then I also have a discard warlock with some of the demons and stuff.
Okay.
And I made a Mildred. So like I made a lot of decks, but I haven't
Wow.
actually played them. Yeah. But I
Okay,
think
but at least you were thinking about it and actually putting some effort into it
yeah.
versus
think I would
normally
rather
every other
make-
week.
A Mill Rogue rather than a Mildred because they have Vanish, which I think helps a lot.
Well, there was a chat this week, actually today on our Facebook group about a what's it kind of? It's a rogue. It's
Miracle
can't remember
Rogue?
what it was. No, it wasn't a miracle rogue, but I'll pull it up real quick here.
Okay.
Is it like the new revised version of Oil Rogue?
No,
No, I
it
think I've seen
is.
that a little bit.
Okay, and this is bad.
Was it an arena deck?
No,
Okay.
it. Guess what?
What?
It was priest. It wasn't a rogue, anyways.
Wow.
It was a thief priest. I was thinking for some reason it was a thief rogue.
Wait,
Oh
it was a
well.
blast priest. It's a blast priest.
Yes.
Uh,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Somebody listen
Anyway.
to our show.
Hey, I love you guys. You guys are great.
Yeah.
Oh boy. At least I don't let you guys down in the process.
No way.
No. Thief priest. So never mind. You should try that out. So
Yeah, you
Yeah.
love priests, so you got to give that a shot.
I have a thief priest, and I actually crafted that priest legendary. The new one.
Oh,
Van Cleef?
Confessor
yeah,
Palpatine.
Palpatine.
Palpatine. Oh,
Uh,
well.
okay.
What about you, Cole Classic, this week? How did it work out for you? Or are you done? I'm sorry.
No, I'm done.
Okay, just want to make sure.
All right, yeah. Ladies first. We don't want to interrupt the ladies.
That's
All
right.
right. So we this week, like I said, I was trying to we discussed it on our show. We got a bunch of us got to rank 6, and it was just really hard to break past that wall. I tried and tried and tried, and I kept just falling flat on my face. And I, I I'll give some of the blame to Overwatch because I got into the beta and I started playing that game, and man, it took a little bit of my time too. So I could have tried a little harder probably too, but I'll just leave it at I didn't get to 5. I wasn't good enough this month.
Oh my
I
goodness.
got a
Hold
little
on.
hype. I got too hyped up.
What?
Hold on.
What?
What happened?
What? You didn't hit record
Ah!
again.
Oh, that is insane, dude. I love it.
Oh.
Here we go. Time to start over.
Okay, here goes the chat room.
Really?
There they go. Come on.
That is so good, dude.
You did not give this to me again. Seriously.
I did the C again. Yeah,
Tell me. Oh my goodness. You know what? I have to hit the record button right now.
That is funny.
I am good. Oh.
See,
All right,
see,
cool.
Cole,
Now I can.
see, now look
I
at this.
think you're in
I'm gonna
timeout.
rework it.
69 episodes, and I still occasionally forget to hit record, okay?
You are in such timeout.
That's awesome. I've done it once so far, and I was so down on myself.
Can you
I was like,
Okay,
I can't believe it.
take whatever Twitch is. Use that as the beginning of the show like we did last time.
No, we're not that
Yes.
far into it.
No.
We're not that
We
far
did
into
it last time. No, I don't want to restart over.
Oh, this is awesome.
Besides,
Okay,
this part has to
starting
be
over.
on the show. So we'll start from here, and then you can take the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Okay, I think we need to set up some sort of thing where I can
Now-
virtually hit the record button.
Now, to my for
To
my
your
benefit,
credit.
yes, to
Mhm.
my credit, I've got 7, 8 things going on at the same time. 9 counting hitting the record button, and you just show up and start talking. So,
Yep. Mhm.
and who did all the show notes?
Ooh. Hey, those
So-
show notes look really nice. I gotta step my game up. Those are some good show notes.
Okay.
So then
That's
you can
yes,
put me in charge of the record button because I
no,
don't
I
have
can put you in
anything
charge
else
of the
to.
show notes, but you won't do them.
I can do them more.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Giving you a hard time. Oh, okay. I gotta
It's all good.
blame somebody, right? Somebody else. It's the squirrel's fault.
Yeah, Just happens to be
Okay.
a random squirrel.
Stuffed squirrel.
Stuffed squirrel. That's right. Okay, let's get back on track. Well, so Call Classic, would you like to say anything further about your week? Now that I've totally interrupted the flow of thought. Do you want to start
Oh, okay.
on that
You were
part?
talking about Overwatch.
Okay. Oh, do we just splice it together? Is that
Yeah,
how it
I'll
works?
edit out. I'll edit it.
Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So I'll blame Overwatch for my not playing as much Hearthstone, and the game's awesome. I've just been having a good time playing that. The matches are really short and quick, so it's really fun to just get in there and play. And you don't need a really great computer to play the game and have it run flawlessly. So people are going to be so shocked at how good this game runs off of like very low specs.
Yeah, I heard
And,
you say
so-
that on the show this morning, and when I was listening to it, and that really surprises me. As much action is in that game.
I know, it's crazy. They just know what they're doing, man. Blizzard's they're just top notch. And for them to put out an FPS and have it be so like seamless already, just in a beta, and have like, because my computer, I only have Right now, I only have 1 gig of RAM, virtual.
On the
So
video card?
yeah, so
Okay,
I
or
was
are you talking about
I
the
was thinking,
machine?
yeah, yeah. I was thinking, oh, yeah, my GPU. I only have 1 gig of
Okay,
RAM, and I was
okay.
thinking to myself, dang, I'm probably gonna have to upgrade my GPU just to play this game, but I really actually don't at all. Just
Well,
if I wanted to make like the graphics look really really nice, then it'd be different. But it doesn't slow down or nothing. But yeah, other than that, I've just been playing Hearthstone in between, and I didn't get to 5, and I was so hyped and thought I would totally do it. Like I was like thinking to myself, I'm gonna get there no matter what. But I let
I
myself
think
down.
Espo said that you had said earlier during the week that you were going to get Legend.
Yeah, no, I kind of said that I feel like I'm at the point where I possibly could get Legend. I didn't mean
Right.
necessarily like this month, but I mean like I feel like I'm getting stronger as a player to the point to where I thought before I would never get there. Like, and
Right.
now I'm
Yeah.
like thinking to myself, this is actually in my sights now. So and I've been playing a lot of aggro druid, and so I feel pretty confident with that deck for the most part. But like I've been hitting those walls, so I'm not sure. I might have to change it up a little bit here and there. But yeah, so it's been fun. Played a little Hearthstone, played a little Overwatch. Um, Hope everybody
Good
gets in
deal.
the game soon because I want to play with all my friends. I'm not really, I don't have a lot of people to play
Yeah.
with right now, and it would just be so cool to be able to have all you guys be able to play too. Are you guys
Yeah.
in it?
No.
No,
It
Oh
would be
man,
really cool if we
not.
could, because we could like have a bad player group where everybody in the game is really bad at it.
I'm not good at it at all.
And then
I just
then it would
have fun.
actually be pretty fun because it's not like then you always die. It's like, oh, I got lucky because the other guy can't play either.
Well, you know what's really cool about this game? I know this is a Hearthstone podcast, but I just want to bring it up real quick before we move on. What's cool about Overwatch is that it's really not about getting a bunch of kills. This game is totally objective based. Like it's not about how many people you can kill. It's really just about just being good at that hero, whatever hero you decide to change back and forth to, and then being able to just handle those objectives really well. Getting kills is cool and everything, but it's really not like what it's all about, which is why I think supports are going to be really fun for people because, normally those kinds of games you're thinking, oh, I want to get the most kills, I want to be the best, so, but that isn't what makes you the best in these games.
I like
So,
that.
or this
That's
game.
cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I'm not much of a FPS player in general. I enjoy them to a point, but I just don't have the reactionary skills that a lot of people do that play these games more frequently.
Yeah.
And
Right.
yeah, so I'm not 100% looking forward to it, but at the same time, I am looking forward to it. It's one of those like I'm gonna definitely try it out, and I will play for a
Yeah.
little bit, but I might end up being kind of like I am with Heroes of the Storm, a occasional player that jumps in when everybody's getting together and having a good time doing it, and enjoy that aspect of it. But then again, it may turn out I get in this and go, "Whoa, this is awesome! I got
I
to do this."
can't
So,
see my dad playing it long term. At all. Like,
well,
yeah,
she can't
you
see me
try
playing
it.
anything long term.
No, I can see you playing Hearthstone.
Good for Hearthstone. Hearthstone is, yeah,
Hearthstone and WoW, but not Heroes, not Overwatch.
Yeah, we'll go occasionally to the store and there'll be something out on a console, and I'm like, dude, that would be so cool to play. I would totally get
Ooh,
that. And
Mario
she's
Kart
like,
8.
she's
Golf.
like,
Mario
okay,
Maker.
how long will you play that, Dad? I'm like, well, for a little while. She was a month later, it'll be sitting on a shelf, and nobody else will want to play it but you, and you're not playing it anymore. And you'll be like, oh, I don't want to play anymore. Well, yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I
Fortunately,
found
And for
myself enjoying this whole like movement of games where there's constant things being changed and updated and added to the games.
it's true.
Those are the games that I feel like I'll always be drawn to now with the technology and the place we are with gaming. If a game comes out and it seems like it's going to be one of those games where they don't really add to it too much, and the content that they release in the future isn't something that's like really going to keep it going for a long time, then I get kind of turned off by that kind of stuff.
Mm.
But like all these Blizzard games, everything that they put out, they're constantly fixing it and changing it and making it better and adding to it. That's why I
Yeah.
like Blizzard stuff so much.
That's a good point. Very good.
Very,
Yeah.
very true. Yes. Well, this week, what I ended up doing mostly was playing
Yeah,
around.
how was your
with,
week?
yeah, it's pretty good. Thank you for asking. I did play a lot of Hearthstone. Been mostly playing the Casino Mage. I'm just having fun with it, even though I'm not doing well. I am not doing well at all. I am just trying my best, but you guys were mentioning on the show this morning when I was listening to it that you quickly got down to 14, 13 in that area. At least that's what said he did, and it just feels like you get down there and then you kind of hit that little bump in the road, and you gotta work past that. But it seemed really easy to get to 14. I'm going, I can't get past 18. And you can actually, I can't get past 19 right now. It's driving me insane. It's like, what is the deal? I've tried Face Hunter. I've been doing my Casino Mage a little bit. I've been doing a little bit of my Zoo Warlock and trying to get past all this stuff. But it's first of the month always is difficult. And I know a lot of casual players are out there going, yeah, I'm the same way. I can't get past rank 20 or even 21.
I just don't start playing the first week of the month,
That's true. So
Yeah.
don't feel bad if you started the month and you can't seem to make any progress. Everybody has this feeling, even if they're getting down to 14 or whatever, when normally they're down into rank 5 and 6. It's hard this first stage because there's so many people that are currently starting over. So give it, like Ariaman said, give it a week. Let everybody who's really good get down into the lower ranks and then pick it back up, and then you're playing against players that are more your skill level at that point.
That's somewhat insulting, but very true.
I know, but I'm saying it to myself, though, because I'm not getting anywhere either, so. But
yeah,
I did that. But the other thing that I did this week is the new Apple TV came out, and it showed up on Tuesday. And,
very cool.
I hooked it up. It's pretty cool. I've never had an Apple TV before. Well, before we do, let me just say one thing. We've never had an Apple TV before. We did have a Roku. And so I've got a bunch of Apple products now, iPhones and stuff and iPads in the house. It's like, okay, this would be really cool to be able to do some of this stuff. And then when they came out with the Apple TV that actually has apps on it, it's like, okay, nice. I'm going for it. So I brought it home. It showed up. I hooked it up, got everything going. I showed one of the girls one thing, and then I had to go to work the next day. And I get a call from their mom later that day, the next day, saying, these girls have been giggling for the last 3 hours straight. Something like that. But why?
That's cool.
So we discovered this game called Crossy Road, a.k.a. Frogger.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
We were playing it. There's a multiplayer, so me and my sister were both playing it. And we were dying laughing. Oh my goodness, this game is hilarious. Because the main character is the chicken. And so then it goes like bark, bark, bark as it hops. And so then if you do it like really fast, it's like bark, 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 bark. And then if it runs into something, it's like a loud smack and it goes bark. And so we're just laughing, dying laughing over these sounds. And just like sometimes you start the level and it's like immediately the first thing you do is smack, get run over and hit by something. And just like the animations, the sound is so funny, like just every time. And we're trying to get as far as we can, but then every time we die we just are laughing so hard. And it's such a simple game too, it's Frogger, but like it was hilarious. It just
it's priceless fun.
And it's addicting too, because the level starts immediately over and you're like, oh, we gotta go again.
Yeah, we were playing last night and she said, I gotta go get something to eat. Half an hour later, she finally stands up and says, I got to go eat. So
yeah,
it's time. I gotta stop.
Yes, yeah. So it's been a lot of fun. It's going to be cool. And then the other neat thing about it is that you can do AirPlay from your devices. And so I can do AirPlay and play Hearthstone on the big TV. And that's kind of cool.
That's super cool.
That's really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. And Hearthstone runs really good on Apple products, huh?
Yep, it does.
Yeah. And so you can play it on the Apple TV.
Very, very smooth.
So,
do they have a lot of apps for the Apple TV?
Not yet.
Not yet. It's brand new with apps. There are a lot of apps, but most of them right now are fireplaces. Like when iPhone first came out, it was all rude sound apps that came out for the iPad and the iPhone, So this is the version of the rude sound apps. It's fireplaces for your Apple TV. So that's what seems to be the biggest thing out there right now. But there's a lot of games coming out for it. More and more stuff every day. It just seems to be coming out. So we'll see. Probably by Christmas time, we'll have a really good sampling of stuff out there. But some of the ones that are kind of critical is Amazon Prime the video doesn't have an app yet, but you can stream that using Apple Play from your
And no
device to the
Pandora.
TV. No Pandora, but we have
Oh.
Apple Music, so that's
Okay, so moving
placement.
on to the news.
Yes, okay, yeah,
Because
Oh,
we're
there
a
we go.
Hearthstone podcast.
yeah.
not
Sorry
an
about
Apple
that.
Telling you, man, it's like if I'm on it, dude, we talk away.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry,
let's
guys.
talk about news. Let's talk about a little bit of news.
podcast.
November. It's November now, and there's a new card back coming out for the end of this month if you end up getting under rank 20, and
Mhm.
we don't know what it is. Why?
Secret. It's a
Because
blue
it's a
secret.
secret. Guess. Well, it's all tied to BlizzCon. It's all tied to the new announcement, most likely, and we're not sure what it is. So apparently, what's going to happen is we're going to get an announcement at BlizzCon that will reveal what the card back is, which is probably tied to whatever the announcement is. So clear
Yeah.
on that. We'll see. Another thing I heard on this really cool podcast about this app called from Hearthstone. It's the Innkeeper's Hearthstone Collection Manager. I don't know what show it was I was listening to that had that, but it couldn't have been Cardback Calvary or anything.
Yeah. It couldn't have been.
Not at all, not at all. This is cool because basically what this app does is you run it on your computer and it kind of monitors what you're doing in Hearthstone, and it basically downloads your entire card collection that you own and uploads it to Hearthstone, to your account on Hearthstone, so that you can go through and see all the cards you own, and it goes through and it'll suggest decks that you could build based on the cards you have and give you collection information on how many legendaries you have, how many goldens you have, and all that. And allows you also to share that link to other people so that they can see what kind of collection you have and be able to keep up to date with that. So I'm definitely going to be utilizing this. I was the other day, Espo and I were talking about how many cards we were away from our full collection. Well, you know what I ended up doing is going through and changing collection and counting just to get an idea how many cards I was missing from those collections. And that took a long time to figure that out. And then I opened 3 or 4 packs, and now I don't know how many more I added to it. So this will make that a lot easier to do. So pretty cool app.
Yeah.
Links in the show notes if you want to check it out, but it's innkeeper.com. And I'm like, how do they get that domain name? That is,
I know.
it's like golden.
They paid somebody off for that.
That's insane.
That's-
So,
yeah. It's
but
definitely
keep in mind
insane.
right now, it's only Windows. There is a Mac client coming soon, and it does not work on iPads.
Boo.
I was waiting for that. So now there's another big piece of news that I kind of want to mention. There's been a lot of frustration being vented all over the internet about Hearthstone in general. Lots of frustrated players posting in various places saying that they're not happy with the direction the game's going. They're frustrated with it. They're not enjoying the game anymore. Some of them are calling it quits. Some are taking time off. You know, there's actually a lot more than I thought there was. The more I started digging into this, I kept seeing more and more people posting about this. And when I say people, I mean people who are out in the public eye and are doing things that are you probably coming across. For example, Disguised Toast. He's calling it quits. He's not making any more videos. He said, I've just had enough at this point. And he has a post that's out on Reddit, and we have a link to that, about his pulling back. Trolden, he does a lot of the videos, funny moment videos. His thoughts on Hearthstone.
Those are
He's
cool.
not happy with things either. So there's just been one after another, and there's a lot of streamers and stuff that are disappointed with the way things are going. And it's kind of interesting that all these are hitting suddenly at the same time that Blizzard's about to come out with BlizzCon. So
Right.
it makes me wonder, why didn't they wait till after this happened so they could say something, unless they're trying to get attention before something happens, where everybody's attention is going to be elsewhere. You know, get it in there now before people just completely ignore it.
Why would you want attention
Right.
if you're quitting, though?
These are Hearthstone personalities, right? I mean, what Disguised Toast? I mean, his name came from the
The card back.
rogue card, right?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
and then Trolden, that dude, pretty much like has gotten really really popular based off of like his really cool videos that he makes on YouTube for Hearthstone.
Yep.
I think they kind of want to throw it out there and let them people know that they're frustrated with the current state of the game, especially when we got 132 something cards and they didn't necessarily change the meta in a way that everyone thought they would. So I think they're just, yeah, like you said, totally bestie, just throwing it out there to see, just to get their so that their opinion makes sense now. Because if they won't
Right.
be able to do that in a week from now, it's not gonna, because we're gonna have a bunch of things to think about. So I think they're just trying to voice their frustrations over the current state while we don't have any news really to make us think otherwise.
True. And then at the same time, I think a lot of these may have come about because of people complaining about the whole thing. And they said, what? Okay, I'm going to say that. Get my voice out there as well and add to the voice of dissension or whatever you want to call it. But it's interesting because it makes me wonder what's going on with the whole environment and with the community. Is this something that's pervasive across the community, or most like the casual players going, what's wrong with the game? I'm having a great time, and they're not even to a point where it's a problem.
Honestly, I've been a little tired of the game too. Just kind of like, I guess I didn't really like the TGT expansion. I was just like, nah, all the cards are just okay. But I also know that BlizzCon is gonna get me hyped back up. So, I mean, right now I'm a bit more excited about it and stuff. So I don't have any complaints because I know that's gonna change. So
That's true.
I'll be curious to see if that happens to a lot of people after BlizzCon as well.
Yeah, we'll have to see where things end up after that, because I know it's going to probably be kind of crazy this next few days. Because we're recording on Thursday night, the night before BlizzCon.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's the night before BlizzCon. But fortunately, at the same time, it's the night before BlizzCon, and we get to next time we record, which is next Thursday. All this will be out and chewed through, and all the more details and additional pieces of information will be out there, and maybe we'll have a little better grasp of what's going on. So maybe some of our predictions will be accurate. We'll see.
Maybe it's possible. I guess just one more note. I guess this is the. I mean, with TGT coming out and then not making a big splash in the actual meta itself, that's kind of frustrating. I, as a player, I'm not mad at the game or frustrated at the game, but I can understand why people are. I think the one thing that I've experienced in the game that's made me really frustrated isn't even TGT being not so big or as big of a impact. Mine was just them completely just messing up Warsong Commander. I think that's one thing that just frustrates me the most. Because it's weird because you see Secret Paladin, you see all these other decks, and then it's like Patron. Like, I don't know, they could have made it to where it still really worked. But I mean, yeah, I don't know that the TGT thing. We'll see. Maybe there's cards that they're going to release in this next adventure. That, I mean, we're all predicting it's an adventure, but in this next adventure that are actually going to work really well with the cards they just released that they just haven't put out yet. So, and if they didn't have those cards made up yet, they're gonna make them because they want people to actually be happy with TGT in the long run and not be so frustrated anymore.
Yeah.
Broad reads all the Reddit posts and everything else like that. He's even said it himself.
Almost all the Reddit posts.
Almost, and that's a lot, though. There's a lot of Reddit posts every day.
Yeah, I saw him correct that today. Yeah,
right.
Almost. Because there's a lot. Well, I mean, I think too that someone had mentioned in all that discussion about the issues and all that Blizzard, they're out to make money. That's really the first foremost thing, is that they need to make money. And if they don't make money, they don't have a job. I mean, come on. And if they're not making money, they're not making games, and then we're all upset and we don't have anything to do. So I'm good with them making money. But part of that process is that they have certain people that they have to cater to, which are new players and players who are the large majority, not the players who are professionals or the ones who are competitive, because they're only a small amount of people out there. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
they're the ones that get heard when they're complaining loudly. So,
I just want to say
Good point. Good point.
this Tavern Brawl is awesome.
yes.
And so
Yeah.
for me, that makes up for a little bit of the disappointment that TGT had. Because this
We'll talk
Tavern
about
Brawl
that
is
in
so
just
awesome.
a minute. Okay. Well, let me do the last piece of news and then we can talk about
Okay.
the Tavern Brawl. Okay. So there was another post on Reddit 2 days ago about last week we talked about how Blizzard is now moving Hearthstone into Japan, and they're going to be regionalizing the version so they have Japanese language, Japanese voice actors, and everything in the game itself. So it's all going to be localized to Japan. So in that process, there was a list of voice actors revealed at one point with the names of the cards of the voices that they did on this Japanese website. The interesting thing is that a lot of these actors who did voices for cards that don't exist in the game. And it made it very interesting because people were going, whoa, 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 wait a second. Are these cards that maybe are being leaked on accident without realizing this is going to be out there before the expansion or the adventure that comes out, or what's up? So I've got the list in the show notes if you want to see them. But if
Yeah.
you don't want to know, now's the time to kind of pause for like 3 minutes.
Are we going through all
Skip
of them?
forward.
Skip ahead
A
for
couple
like
of them.
3 minutes.
A couple of
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, just I want to mention a couple.
Okay.
So that's your warning.
I think you should.
Too late. The first one mentioned was
Tyrande.
Tyrande. That's right. Tyrande Whisperwind, who's possibly the new priest hero because she's a big priest in the game. We'll see. Lady Liadrin. She's possibly the new paladin hero. Might be a good fit for that. Maeve Shadowsong. He possibly a new rogue hero. So we may have 3 new heroes that are coming out fairly soon, if not tomorrow or whatever. But these are all really big characters in those respective classes in World of Warcraft area. So who knows? That might be what's coming out, because those are really big characters. They're not just smaller characters in the game, and they have those specific roles. So then you had Khadgar.
Isn't Khadgar Medivh's son?
Yes.
Yeah, that could be.
He's that's a pretty big character too, but that's gonna be a lot of fun to have him in there.
That is gonna be cool.
I want to say
He's in
something.
Yeah.
Go.
The Lady Liadrin, that is who is the card art for the Shattered Sun Cleric.
It is. Yes, it is. And
Oh,
so
nice.
they're gonna have to not reuse the art, but create new art possibly to if they have that. So
yeah,
very good. Nice Google research suddenly.
Thank you.
I like that. Good job.
Okay, the other interesting one is Captain Scaleblade. Captain Scaleblade was actually shown in the TGT trailer. When it goes through at the very beginning and all the cards are kind of flipping through, he's one of the third cards that gets shown on the trailer. And when asked about that, Ben Brode reportedly said that he will be implemented in the game in the future. So maybe Captain Scaleblade's coming. There's quite a few other ones. One that was interesting was Dark Summoner. Was originally back in the beta. It was a 5-mana, 5/3 minion that said the first minion you play each turn will cost 3 less. Most likely that won't fit in today's card construction, so they'll probably have to redo that one, but that might be coming. Who knows? So there's a pretty cool list. I mean, just all kinds of, it's a wide range of things, though. If you go back and look at all where they are in the World of Warcraft world, it's not like these are all central to Icecrown Citadel or Karazhan or any specific area. They're kind of spread out all over. So it's not necessarily something that says, oh, well, this means this is coming type thing. So
Interesting.
Right.
And it could be, they could all not be released at the same time, or they could be.
That's right. Yep. And it may be something that's red herring to get us off the trail of the real answer, but who knows?
True.
It's still kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I was one of the people who is very, very. I was kind of I don't know what the word would be for it, but I was champing at the bit. Let's just say to see that card, Captain Scaleblade, come out when you saw it in the trailer. I'm like, oh, that looks so cool. That's going to be one of the
Yes.
pirate cards. That's going to be one of the new
Yes.
pirate cards. And we didn't get it. I was like,
Nope.
what the heck? That's not fair.
He's a
I
legendary
want my
too.
alligator pirate. So I'll be really happy if they put this into whatever we get from BlizzCon, because I'm one of the people who enjoy the aesthetic part of the game, art and all the that's like for me it's just really cool, like seeing all the different art in the game, and I love the art for that card. So I really hope they put it in the game pretty soon here.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
kind of just a little tidbit that I came across, thought might be kind of interesting to chat about. So
Okay, can we talk about the brawl now?
let's talk about Espo mode without Espo.
Espo
Unfortunately,
mode without Espo.
this is probably the biggest ever Espo mode, and he's not here to talk about it. But
Yes.
Oh man.
he did get to talk about it on your show, but with more foreign, kind of looking forward to it
They
than
hadn't
looking
played
after
it
it.
yet. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Not having played it.
Okay, so this week it is what's called a co-op brawl. And I was trying to figure out how in the world are they going to do this?
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is, are they going to change the board? What are they going to do? And at lunch, the thing went live. I was able to pull it up and play it. I was like, oh, that's how they're going to do it. And that's
I
really
started the game and I was playing against my boyfriend and the board looked the same and I was like, did I accidentally choose play mode? Like,
cool.
am I this isn't we're playing against each other. What? Wait a minute.
Right.
And then I saw how it worked.
Yeah.
Do you
it's
wanna go ahead and
So
explain
basically,
it?
sure.
Yeah.
So what it's called is Unite against Mechazod. And you're defeating the boss card, Gearmaster Mechazod, before he defeats either player. He starts out on the board on one side of the board as a minion for that player. And the player who's the opposite will be the first one to go. So when you have your turn, Mechazod is on the opposite side of the board, and he has a taunt, and he's got 2 attack and 95 health. Yes, 95 health. So you have to attack him. But the whole goal is for you and your opponent, which is now your, I guess you would say, friend, are going against him, trying to remove him because he's going to be attacking both of you at the same time. So it's important for you both to work together. So
Right.
he swaps sides after each player's turn, and he uses one of the cards to attack you after that turn is over. One of them is Assassinate, which is destroy an enemy minion, and by the way, it seems like that always destroys the card you just buffed. I don't know how random that
Right.
is. Bomb Salvo, which deals an attack up to 3 random targets, and he deals the attack that his character has at that time. And the reason I say that is because he has another spell called Overclock, which gains 2 attack. So he starts with 2, next thing you know he's at 4, and he continues going along throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
He also can use Double Zap, which deals his attack power again to both players. And then finally, Kill the Lorewalker, which destroys Lorewalker Cho. Now, your decks, you have a Paladin or a Priest, and they are pre-made decks, which one of them does include Lorewalker Cho.
And the other one
And-
has Millhouse.
The other has Millhouse
Yeah.
Manastorm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which combo great.
Yes. So anyways, talk.
Okay.
Okay. You go first. You go first. I wanted to say something that I think Ariana might say. So go for it. You go
No,
first.
you go for it because I forgot what I
You
was
want
going
to
to
see?
say.
Okay, you want to see? Okay, I'm gonna predict that you were going to say the Kill the Lorewalker Cho's art is awesome. No?
The kill what?
Kill the
The Kill-
Lorewalker?
Yeah.
The
The little
card
bunny
is
with
awesome.
the antlers and the
The
wings?
bunny? That's not what I was
Alright.
thinking at all.
I know, I'm just saying, because you usually like
Yeah.
cuddly characters. I don't know if that's
It
like
is
a cuddly
adorable.
one, but it's pretty cool looking.
Yes, it is.
But dude, this one was so crazy. How they actually made this co-op, like to where you utilize both sides of the board against a like boss in the middle. It's going back and forth. Man, brilliant.
Yes. I would have liked to have seen a different board, like with 2
Right.
on one side and 1 on the other.
To where they were a hero, like they were like a hero boss.
Yeah, yeah.
I imagine that would be. I thought that's how it would be too. And so Espo actually on our show, he corrected me. I was reading it, I was looking at the picture, and he totally corrected me and him and recognized for my show. And I totally didn't see it this way when I was looking at the picture. And then they explained
What
it that
way?
he was going to be like originally I thought it was going to be a little bit different, but the whole thing is like the boss was going to play that minion like he was. It was weird,
Like
my
he was a
mindset of the
hero?
whole thing. No, like I was thinking to myself, the enemy was like a priest. Like he was playing a priest, but you still had to beat that boss. Because when you look at the board, I'm like, and then I was thinking, where's the other player coming to, where's the other guy going to be? Like, because the board's going to have two on one side, right? That's what I was thinking, just like you.
Uh-huh.
And then so Espo explained it really well, and then I was like, oh, so
You
he's
can
switching
hear the light
sides.
turn on during that episode. And you're listening to him, and all of a sudden he explains. He's like, "Oh, I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it
Sorry
now.
if
Oh, it's cool."
I probably explained that pretty difficultly, but
So Espo knew it was going to be a minion?
Yeah,
yeah,
There
like
was already some
he
information there.
explained.
Okay.
Hmm. He corrected me. He did a good job.
Interesting. Because I didn't expect the minion. I didn't expect it to be a minion with taunt. That flips.
Well, did you see the update on Hearthstone's website with the whole
You
like
did,
talking
but
about?
Uh-uh.
Okay, the day
they talked
before
about it the day
they released an update,
Okay. That would
and
be
so they
why.
explained it, but I didn't understand it still.
Gotcha.
But Espo understood it, so
Okay.
he basically kind of re-explained how it was going to be, but
I
that was
gotcha.
before it even came out.
Yeah.
So
So
he's
I
right.
would have liked to have seen that instead of like it being as a minion because I feel like that would allow for more flexibility in future ones. Um, whereas this one, you you don't have as much flexibility. As in, like if it was an opponent hero, it would have its own hero power. Not just playing cards. Um,
Yep. Yeah,
so
you're right. It's like, what's going to happen? How are they going to reuse this again? Because it's going to be very short-lived because people are going to be like, "Oh, yeah, well, you've done that before."
yeah,
Bouncing
Right.
around minions.
I think if they do an actual co-op mode in the future, they're gonna have to do like a 2v2. I think this is cool for Tavern Brawl and this is fun. They get our first little taste of what it would be like to play with a friend
yeah,
against something. But I think if they do like co-op mode legitimately in the future, they should do a 2v2 where it's like two people on one side, two people on the other side. Um, I liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought at first I was like, dang, this is really hard. I
yeah,
tried to like play
yeah.
with a random person and like do it, and it seemed like we couldn't figure it out together. Like, and then I played with a friend, and it was like we can communicate, through chat,
Oh, yeah.
and that's when it was just like we just knocked him out. So you
Yeah,
play,
exactly.
that combo we were talking about when we first brought this up. What is it? The mana or the play look. Your friend plays Lower Walker Cho, then you play Millhouse, and then he gets to basically just everything that he plays or you play. I forget what it is. Basically, whatever your buddy holds a bunch of spells. He knocks out all those spells, and then you get them. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're just buffing and buffing and buffing, and then
Hmm.
taking that guy out. It's
So it's a Buffy the Mechazod Slayer.
Slayer. Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Uh,
It's all about buffing, dude. This one, it's just you just buff until you win.
Well,
Yeah.
when
But
I
it's fun.
played it, every time I played again with a random opponent, and it was really awesome because it was one of the first times I was surprised that all my opponents slash cohort, every time I played, they actually got the idea. Oh, I'm not supposed to attack you. I'm supposed to help you, and we're supposed to work together to do it. And it was nice to actually have that happen. And there was two battles we had specifically that we were so close to winning, and there was one, the last one where we actually won. We were down to 11. My opponent was down to 11 health. Mechazod had 12 attack. And the next turn, I knew he was going to attack both of us, and he had the priest. I went over to his hero power, and I was moving my mouse over and over again on hero power, saying, do this, heal yourself,"
Yeah.
trying to get him to get the. I'm trying to communicate with him somehow. That's all I could
That's
do,
awesome.
to do it. But it was so much fun. But then he healed himself, and sure enough, he did attack both of us. And I drew Ice. What's his name? Ice Rager or Ari? What was the ice one that I drew?
Ice Howl
Ice Howl. Yes,
Uh,
he's a charge with 9 attack,
10,
I didn't draw that card in my match.
It's-
10
I haven't.
attack.
That's awesome. I love that card.
and he can't attack
Well,
heroes.
and he can't attack heroes, but I also had in my hand +3 attack, and Mechazod had 13 health. So I was able to buff him and kill him at that point. It was awesome. We won. So it was so exciting.
Epic.
It was epic. It was great, and it was so much fun to get there. So very cool. I love it. My thought on this is that this may be, and this is to go into our next segment, may be a precursor to co-op mode coming out in the next adventure. Maybe that's why they held it for the last thing before BlizzCon, is to say, hey, you think this is fun, just wait. Maybe they
Yeah.
come into the BlizzCon and go say, hey, did you enjoy that brawl? You think that's great. Look what we got for you now.
I was going to say that the only downside is that I think this brawl is way more fun when you play with a friend,
Yeah.
rather than just a random person.
Mhm.
And that is only a downside if you don't really have very many friends. However, I feel like we have a very good and welcoming community, and so that kind of offsets the problem, because I mean, even here in our Twitch stream, like there's lots of people who would add anyone here and
Yeah.
play a few games with them. And then in
Oh,
our
sure.
Facebook group, we have probably like 100 people who, are all totally helpful and friendly and are just okay. We have 86, close enough to 100.
Yeah, close enough.
So, like that's a lot of players and a lot of people to add you. And so, I mean, I always have like at least 10 people online on my friends list.
You know what happened to me?
What?
In one of the brawls, I got matched up with one of our listeners. Random.
That's awesome.
I couldn't
That's
believe
awesome.
it. Because then it was these. In fact, we talked about them a couple weeks ago. Lucas and Zach, they're twin brothers. They're 10 years old. And they're the ones that sent me the message saying, I'm 10. Well, I jumped in the game and Zach was my opponent. And I didn't realize it. And all of a sudden I get a message from Lucas's brother saying, you're playing my brother. Like, what? What are you talking about? I looked
That's
up, like,
awesome.
no way. That's really cool to actually get somebody that I know, sort of, because that rarely
Yeah.
happens unless you're down in the legend area. So that was cool.
Very
That's
cool.
great.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we are in the cut. Anything else about Tavern Brawl before we move on?
I loved it.
Okay.
No, it's
Favorite
fun.
one so far. But
It was
is
really,
hard.
really fun.
It is hard.
Mhm.
I had to play like 3 or 4 times.
5 for me. 5 to
yeah.
win.
4? Is it 4?
3, and I still felt like that was a lot because it was just like, dang, I don't want to keep queuing up with these strangers that I can't communicate with. So
Well,
I
at
had
the
to
same
wait till
time,
a buddy was
too,
on.
this time around they did change it so that all you have to do is play a brawl to get the card back. Oh, not card back, card
Right.
pack.
Just
You
complete
don't
a
have
match.
to win. Just
Even if you
complete.
lose.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
So-
pretty cool.
I know a lot of people were kind of frustrated with they don't like Brawl and they don't want to do it, but they want the card pack. Well, now all you have to do is join and concede if you want, but that's what it takes to get it. So
I think the last thing I want to mention, I guess, is that I think them doing this Tavern Brawl was them like trying something. I'm not 100% sure if we'll get co-op mode at BlizzCon, but it's possible, totally possible. I think that like they're going to use Tavern Brawl for like a testing grounds for us.
Oh,
because
yes.
it's not permanent. It's only temporary. So if something that they do in the future gets really bad reception all around, they probably won't do it. But if they do something and it's something they might implement in the future, if they get really good responses from it, so it's kind of cool. This is kind of like a testing grounds for them, Tavern Brawl, for them to try ideas and
yes.
Well,
I have a feeling that we will not ever see in any expansion going forward web spinners.
Yeah, 3 times already. So
No,
I don't know, man.
Everybody's getting frustrated
mentioned
with
that on our
having web
podcast.
spinners.
I asked them, I'm like, how the heck does this happen? How does this happen? Like,
Oh
shouldn't they
yes, I
have
heard
this
you
ready?
saying that. Well, what
Yeah.
happened? There was a bug in the software. They figured when it got launched in Europe, something happened that they discovered during
Oh,
the launch, and they realized there's a problem here. We have to pull it. So they ended up pulling it, and they went, okay, what's next on the list? Give them web spinners, and so that's how they ended up throwing web spinners out there. But yeah, there was an issue they came across with. I remember reading something about it that there was a specific issue that was happening
uh,
with cards or something like that. So they had to back it
it
up.
must be more difficult than it seems, like for sure, because it seems like it would be an easy thing, but it. I'm sure they would give us whatever they were going to give us if it was an easy fix.
Well, and I
Um,
think pretty much any software developer will tell you when you do it in test environments and you do it even small scale, when you throw it out to a million people, 20 million people, suddenly things that never happened before show up that you never expected.
yeah,
So
I couldn't
I
even
can see
imagine.
that.
I brought it up in the show and I was like, how the heck is this happening? And I kind of gave Blizzard a little bit of a hard time, but at the same time, when I think about it in hindsight, like, yeah, it's probably a lot harder than it seems. I just was really like excited about that Tavern Brawl that we got to read about that we didn't get yet. So it seemed pretty
Yes.
cool. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get the Captain's Tavern Brawl in the future sometime.
Yep.
All right, moving on.
BlizzCon.
Yeah.
It starts tomorrow. Starts tomorrow. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm just excited for all these
Cannot wait.
announcements.
I've got my virtual ticket.
Yes.
Woo-woo!
And just well, it's probably won't matter now, but Ariane was like, I tried to log in this morning and it won't let me in. It says I need to buy it. I'm like, yeah, there's what happens is when you've purchased the virtual ticket, until the day it goes live, you keep getting notifications when you log into your account saying you should buy the virtual ticket,
I
even
thought
though you've already
BlizzCon was
purchased it.
today. I
Uh,
was like, oh, it's tomorrow. Right, I knew that.
oh well,
But-
that's cool.
But don't worry,
You're
if
early.
you have not purchased a virtual ticket, you do not necessarily have to purchase a virtual ticket. The in the BlizzCon announcements, the primary show, which is the full actually if you go to their blizzcon.com, there's a full schedule that shows you what's happening at each hour of the day throughout the next 2 days. But there's also a whole stream that is free. You do not have to buy a virtual ticket to watch it, and there are some specific things that show up in that stream. One of them is the primary presentation. That's going to be available. It's free for you to watch online. Then also is the tournaments. The whole Hearthstone tournament is going to be available on streams for free, so you can watch those too. What you get for getting a virtual ticket is you get the other access to all the other events and panels that happen. Yes,
And you get in-game rewards.
and you get in-game rewards, and you get the ability to watch them whenever you want to later. That's, I think, one of the key pieces that makes it worth a little bit more money, is that you don't have to watch them live. You can say, okay, well, I want to watch. I know there's a big announcement piece, a piece digging into a panel for Hearthstone, but one of the tournaments, or actually the Hearthstone exhibition, is happening at the same time too. So which one are you going to watch? Well, you can watch them both if you have the virtual ticket, just one's later than the other. So if you want to watch the panel later and watch the exhibition live so you can see what happens there so you don't hear about it later, that's what I would probably end up doing. So
All right, you
anyways.
guys, I'm sold. I'm buying it. I changed my mind right
Okay.
now. For you
Use
guys,
my
I'm buying
link in
it.
the show. No, I'm kidding. Use the link I have in the show notes so we get credit. No, we don't. I'm kidding.
Yeah, they're doing the refer a friend, so they get 100 packs each.
Yeah, all right. Awesome.
Dude.
Right? I know. Ari was like, please. All right.
Make this
do
a
it.
reality.
Well, speaking of tournament, this tournament does start on Friday at 11:45 a.m. Pacific time, and all the times on the schedules are Pacific time. And they go throughout the day, and then in the middle of the day, there's also a challenge that happens during an exhibition time. The semifinals are on Saturday at 10:30 a.m., and then the finals start at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And your participants in there are Tice, Kranich, Ostkaka, Ping Ho, Daimeng, No, Zoro, and Hot Form. And these are all the guys that ended up getting into the finals starting with the regional areas of the Americas, North America, well, NA, Europe, Asia, and getting all these different tournaments, and then ending up working their way to the finals. And they had a big competition last week that took it down from 16 to the final 8. So these are the final 8 that are in it. Um, so that's pretty cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then one of the other things that's going on through the day on Friday, is called the Hearthstone Exhibition, and it's another challenge stone. And this is a thing that Tempo Storm has done in the past. There's been 4 of them, I think, this so far at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Challenge Stone is a kind of cool little special edition type thing. The participants, who are going to be the Hearthstone casters that are out there casting a lot of these tournaments, will compete not only in gameplay, but they also compete in a timed deck building with a twist in it. So the players will build 3 different decks of separate classes while sticking to a special rule. And the rule's going to change depending on how it goes. But they're going to be similar to Tavern Brawl, or what we like to call Espo mode. So in a limited amount of time, too, as well. So essentially what's happening is they have to build a deck, and this deck has to have nothing but spells, or this deck can use nothing but characters that have pigs in them, or whatever, just some idea or crazy idea. So that's the type of thing that works together. The participants that are going to be competing for it is Frodan, Savage, Amaz, and Keebler, and casters are Kriparian and Reynad. So we get to see a lot of these guys interact.
The Keebler Elf is going to be in it?
No, not Keebler Elf.
I'm just kidding.
Kibler, whatever you want to call him.
I love Brian Kibler. That's why I had to make that joke. Okay, yeah. That guy's so cool. Like, that guy's a really awesome streamer and awesome Magic player, and just he's a cool presence to be coming up in the scene.
Well, he's going to be casting, I think, the tournament too. He's one of the
that. And he won the first Challenge Stone, so that's cool that he gets to finally come back. I think this is actually the 4th Challenge Stone. This will be the 4th.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was looking online and I came across something about the 4th one, and it was Kriparian talking about it, and I thought the way he was talking about it is as if it already happened. So I kind of assumed it was improvised. So
I think this is the 4th. I guess you can correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
Cool.
So anyways, there's a lot of things going on, and that's just Hearthstone. Because you also have World of Warcraft, you have StarCraft, you have Diablo 3, 4 maybe, Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch. Yeah, we got lots to cover.
And
Warcraft movie trailer.
Yes.
It's going to be so cool.
That is an awesome thing to go see.
Yeah.
So did you watch the 15-second trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured you had to make sure. Wow, talking the teaser. That is a serious teaser.
Did you guys watch have you guys seen Vikings? The show Vikings?
No, I've started watching it once, and it's a little violent.
it is a little violent. I mean, that's what they were. These guys, they kept it pretty close to like how Vikings were, yeah, they pretty much, they had their families and they went and raided, and they came back home and they went raided. But the main actor for that show Vikings, his name's Ragnar Lothbrok in the show, and his name's
the king.
Travis Fimmel. He's Anduin Lothar in this.
Wow.
And oh man, I'm telling you, he's such a good actor in that show. He's gonna kill it. And
that's awesome.
He's gonna do great. They got a lot of actual big names for this movie too.
You sound surprised.
Well, I mean, how much money does Blizzard have that they can throw at a project like this?
And then also, like, World of Warcraft is so big. It's all the actors that love World of Warcraft, too, want to be in this movie. Because everybody, not everybody, but everybody loves World of Warcraft.
I'm surprised because now that I've seen pieces of it, I know that it's going to be good. Yeah. I feel like I just know. And before I wasn't sure. Like, I mean, a movie like this could fall flat on its face, but I don't think it's going to at this point.
What?
I just
think you mean like Chris other gaming movies fell?
Yeah, exactly.
Coming?
Exactly. And so Chris Metzen has his hand deep in this too. So that's how I know it's gonna still be good.
Yes. Yeah. I think they're gonna own this.
Yeah.
I wonder how many animators and CGI people that work for Blizzard are actually involved in the movie.
Mhm.
Because if they are, they already do an incredible job with intros and cutscenes. So,
True.
and they keep
Oh.
getting better every time they do something.
They're insane.
So,
Yeah, I
they're
mean, I
insane.
watched the trailers for World of Warcraft games expansions, and I'm like, make this a movie.
I know. You're like,
Like,
dude, this is
the
so good right here.
Pandaria trailer, I'm like, dude, I'd watch a feature film on this.
Like, even if it was all
Pandas.
CGI.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, no, I want it to be CGI because those, like, the trailers that they have are so good. I'm like, keep it this style.
Right. And yeah, no, Blizzard's just on another level now. I mean,
Yeah.
even with that Overwatch trailer that looked like a Pixar short, you know?
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it was
That's
awesome.
Oh,
they're on
that was
another level.
amazing.
These guys, I see the whole Warcraft movie saga being a like 3, 4, 5, 6 movies long. So
And this is
I'm
really
excited.
good for Hearthstone too, because
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Blizzard succeeds, Hearthstone succeeds.
hmm
And then also,
Yeah,
as they
it's-
create more content in the Warcraft world, then we get some of that content in expansions.
yeah. Heroes of
Yep.
Warcraft. We get most of our cards from Warcraft. It's just that's how it goes, you know. So it is tied in. You know, it's pretty cool. I hope they. I can't wait to see that trailer. It's tomorrow, right? We're going to see the trailer tomorrow.
Yes.
Ugh, pumped.
Okay, so speaking of predictions, I guess our first prediction is they're going to have a Warcraft movie trailer tomorrow. How's that for a prediction? Yeah,
I like it.
Confirmed.
Which,
It's confirmed.
I mean, it's good. Yeah, go to the website; it'll tell you. But that's a pretty good prediction.
So, Linkin Park singing in the gonna be one of the bands. Hey, that's a prediction also, right?
No, I don't think that's right.
Couldn't happen, right?
No.
Okay. Well, I went to the Facebook group and asked, okay, so what do you think, or some of the ideas that you think are going to happen? What are your predictions? And I got quite a list of different predictions, and most of these cover the ones I had already as predictions too. That could be things that could show up. So essentially, I'm just going to go through what they provided because that covers what I was going to say. Unless you guys have something to add too, of what you think may be turning out. So we all know that something is coming out for Hearthstone, or at least is going to be announced. We don't know what it is going to be specifically, but typically in the past, we've had an expansion, an adventure pack, an expansion, and an adventure pack, and now an expansion with TGT, the Grand Tournament. So next should be an adventure pack. Typically, adventure pack will have 32 cards roughly, and it's usually a PvE experience where you're playing against the computer and not necessarily opponents, but then you'll get those cards as cards add to your collection, which may or may not be beneficial to the overall meta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. And typically it costs like $25 to get the whole pack, and that's that type of thing. And you don't get to craft the cards, you have to earn the cards by playing the PvE experience to get the cards in most cases. The only thing you craft are generally the golden cards. So kind of quick summary there. So if this is an adventure pack, a lot of people were saying that, there's some things that may come with this also. One of those things mentioned quite a bit is tournament mode. And we've been hearing a little bit about this in some of the discussions with things that may be coming soon. And there was a guy last week that talked about, he spoke with Blizzard. He was at Blizzard getting feedback and input. And one of the things that he kind of mentioned that might be coming is a change in the way the ladder is calculated, that there might be some changes there. Could be, then we kind of go with the tournament mode as well too. So thoughts? Tournament mode?
I really hope tournament mode finally comes. Not like the whole challenge stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, challenge.com.
Right.
I want it to be something like that's kind of seamless. Like, I guess it's hard to explain, but basically you go and you would log in tournament mode, and then it would match you up against somebody else, right? Like that you don't know or whatever. And then if you win your game, it holds you in like a lobby until you're ready, and then it throws you with that person who won the previous person, and just kind of this. I would hope that they would do something like that, because they have
one of the things
they have a bunch of.
I was just say one of the things I think I see happening too is maybe having ongoing tournaments all the time, like 16-player tournaments that are continually going on that you can jump into, and
Right.
or maybe an
Yeah.
8-player tournament, and then you get to work through that, and it takes you like an hour to go through the whole tournament. And it automatically
Right,
puts you in
yeah.
brackets, and you work your way down, and the winner gets 15 packs or whatever.
Right, yeah. Something like if you get first, you get this. If you get second, you'll get this. If you get third, maybe you'll get like a measly, your gold back to enter. I would imagine there would be
Yeah.
a cost to get into the tournament,
Yes.
but that would be amazing. Like that'd be so
That'd
much
be awesome.
fun.
It'd give you tons
Because
and
it's
tons of content to play, in
yeah,
essence.
yeah. Because it probably would be really hard to win because there's a lot of really good players out there. But when you do win, it'll feel really good. Like, dude, I won this tournament. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think it would be
Well,
so much
maybe
fun.
it also can put you up with other people who are the same rank as you. All
True.
rank
That would
16s
be
or
cool
all
too.
rank fours or whatever. That'd be kind of cool to be able to play against that type of tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And to have different
Definitely.
formats, so that there's Swiss type format or whatever all the different formats are, but maybe different types of challenges, and maybe the brawl comes out that this week's brawl is a different tournament mode or something like that. Some crazy ideas, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the deck slots and tournament modes are the things that the community has been yelling for the most. So
What's deck slots? I'm not sure.
yeah.
I'm being
What,
sarcastic.
So
what is that?
we'll
Hold on,
see
we
what
need to.
happens.
Can you explain that to me?
I think that we can definitely expect for a new, probably adventure mode.
Yeah.
I think that's
Well,
pretty.
one of the other things that's been mentioned is possibly a new class. Do you think there could be a new class?
No,
No?
not this
I-
soon.
Not yeah. I thought before that they would do something like that pretty soon, maybe by BlizzCon. But now at this point in the game, I really see that they have other things to work out and other kinks to figure out before adding a whole new class. That's really really big change. So
And I agree with you. I'm just being the devil's
yeah,
advocate
no,
by
no,
Yeah.
asking.
oh for sure, for sure. I don't see it happening, but it would be I'd welcome it if they decided to do it.
Well, the
But
way
do
I
think
see it is that if they're going to do a new class, they're going to do it. It's going to be a Death Knight, and it's going to be with Ice Crown Citadel. So, in my opinion, that means there's no Ice Crown Citadel this time around, or is affectionately known as Ice Cream Citadel.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that
totally.
would be the
No, yeah, I think deck slots, adventure mode, tournament mode, possibly. If not, then for sure at least adventure and deck slots, and maybe a couple changes to the game. But I just see those two things for sure being what we're gonna get. I don't know. It's Blizzard may surprise us. They do that. Everyone thought that it might be too soon for a full-on 132 card expansion, but they did it.
Yep, they did.
So I mean, let's see. We'll see.
Okay.
I think we're all in agreement. Adventure mode's coming,
Yeah.
and deck slots are coming.
So then, if it's adventure mode, there's a couple that were thrown out there as ideas. Ice Crown Citadel, of course, was mentioned. Another big one
Mhm.
mentioned is Sunwell.
Mhm.
Another big one
Yeah.
was Karazhan. Would love to see Karazhan. I
Yeah,
had never
wow.
played
That'd be awesome.
Karazhan back when it originally was out. I didn't play Karazhan until like 4 or 5 months ago for the first time ever,
Mhm.
and soloed it. It was a lot of fun. It was so cool. It's a really cool
That is awesome.
dungeon to go through. Somebody also mentioned, hey, we should have Baron's chat. I know
How
I know
is
the
that-
story.
How? What?
It's just a crazy idea.
Wait, what?
Baron's chat was so notorious.
What's Baron chat?
Time. See, I knew you probably wouldn't know.
What's Baron chat?
Back when Vanilla WoW was out, outside of Orgrimmar in the Barrens, everybody would gather selling items and chatting over general chat. And it was a horrible mess. Horrible mess. And so it was almost a battle at times. So it would be kind
A
of
battle for what?
trying to have conversations over chat and stuff. It was
Oh, okay.
really bad. It's a bad joke. If you never experienced it, then you don't understand.
Okay.
So, and then the other one mentioned that actually a lot of people are pointing to and are doing it because of the image that Blizzard released about the card back is Ulduar. Because when Old War was announced and brought out with a patch, it was called Secrets of Old War. And the
Oh,
picture is icy looking. That looks like the um, area. It's a pit in Old War that you went into that is in the middle of Old War that looks just like the back that's being shown there with a big secrets question mark over it. So
yeah.
basically going,
I'm leaning towards that now. Pretty good. I'm leaning towards that.
yeah. So who knows? Old War has a lot of interesting stuff in it, including in Medivh's son in there or something.
Khadgar?
Yes.
Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say it
Actually, I
is,
know what it
but
was. Is somebody said that Mechazod, a quest had you go take care of Mechazod coming out of Old War. So
ooh,
that kind of ties those two in. So
yeah, they're giving us a teaser, and they give us another teaser. I don't know.
never
Yeah,
know. I don't
they
know.
like to do that. No,
You know
because
what I
this time
did
around,
today?
this what?
I went to their homepage for Hearthstone and pulled it up and intently studied the main page to see if there were any hints on that main page. And in fact,
Oh, were there?
went no, there weren't. So
Oh,
last time when they had
the
burning
sword.
all the different the whole front homepage changed with flames on it.
Yeah.
So when Blackrock Mountain came out, and it kind of gave those
Yeah,
hints, but there was nothing out there because I even went back to the Internet Archive. And have you ever done that? The Internet Archive looked at websites how they looked months ago. And I went back 3 months back to see if anything changed from back 3 months ago to today, and nothing had. It's all exactly the same, but
right.
maybe they
They
hid
added
some.
that little sword in the snow um, when TGT was coming out and stuff like
Yep.
that. So,
Yeah. So who knows?
Twitch chat. It brought up another one, a prediction that I totally agree with. They're gonna probably release 3 more heroes that you can purchase. I totally agree with that.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
we talked about those earlier with the well, for those of you who weren't listening, we're talking. There's possibly 3 more heroes that might come out. I won't tell you who. In
Yeah.
case you didn't
No,
want.
yeah, we don't know for sure if those will be them, but honestly, I totally can agree with the whole dropping 3 more heroes. They only had 3 so far that they put out, and that was a while ago. So I would imagine
Yeah.
3 more. I thought 3 more would come sooner than this. So
Same.
it only seems like at least the right time, and to add to get everybody excited for more content. I mean, some people don't want to spend the money, but
Yeah.
I'll do it. Blizzard, take my money.
Well, I do have to give our Facebook group some props. They had some very humorous responses as well to this whole question of what predictions you would have. And
Mhm.
this is tongue in cheek. This isn't real. Just enjoy it. It's kind of funny. Somebody posted on there that Ben Brode would say this: going forward, we will be eliminating all cards that are mean. We will determine which cards are mean by Reddit posts. The more people who whine, the faster we make the change. All changed cards are changed to vanilla stats because those aren't mean. We've also listened to everyone who wanted a tournament mode, so we're introducing a randomized tournament mode where you will pick a random class with a random hero power and random cards with random text. If you win, you get random chests with random cards and a random amount of dust to roll.
Oh, Ben Brode, you're so cool.
That's so funny.
Uh,
That's not what he said. It's just a joke.
I know. I'm just pretending.
Well, just in
it
case
was
somebody
him
just
saying
starts listening at that point and hears that and says, "Oh, Ben said that."
But,
Somebody else said,
man.
all these changes will make Mage and Paladin even stronger in the arena and Warrior even worse because we completely forgot Arena was a thing.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. Little war song stab there.
Yes,
Players
it
who
is,
select
for sure.
Mage or Pally are now allowed to import their constructed decks and skip the draft portion. That would be awful. And the last one somebody said was, if a card is a common, then they'll be allowed to put up to 8 copies of it in their deck. Since Arena odds say they were going to put 4 Fireballs, 3 Flame Strikes, and 5 Frostbolts in there anyways. So I thought it was kind of funny that they had some pretty good...
Hey, if we got any of these responses as something that they told us over the weekend, I'd be so bummed. But they're really funny. They're really funny to read, for sure, though. So
Yeah.
they did a good job.
Well, anyways, there are some crazy things that will be happening this weekend. We don't know what they are, but
Oh, yeah.
I can guarantee you that it's going to be a fun weekend regardless, no matter what. Even if you don't like what they announced, watch the tournaments because the
Yeah.
tournaments are going to be a blast. If you don't get into tournaments, watch the Challenge Stone because that's going to be a lot of fun too. If you don't like any of that, go watch Overwatch announcements because that's going to be insane. Then there's rumored possibly a new Diablo expansion or a new version like Diablo 4 possibly. That might
Ooh.
be crazy if you were a big Diablo fan. World of Warcraft has the new Legion expansion coming out, and rumor is it's going to be about 6 months when that may be actually going live. So it's a huge piece there.
Yeah.
I mean, StarCraft has the other third third piece coming out soon, or it has come out recently. I don't keep track of that
Uh,
much.
they're in beta, but they have pre-orders for the actual game. It's the expansion Legacy of the Void, and it's looking like it's going to be the last thing that StarCraft does. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're still gonna. I'm sure they got something for StarCraft.
I mean, all that to say, what if they announce something different?
That'd be
Nobody's
awesome.
even
Oh,
mentioned that.
StarCraft 3 is coming out too later on. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. What who knows? Maybe they have some special announcement that nobody has even gotten word of. That could be
Oh,
crazy
I'm
too.
sure.
But there's
I'm
so
sure.
much on the docket already that
Hmm.
there's tons of stuff to look forward to. And you get to see the costume contest if you get your virtual ticket, by the way.
Nice.
They have a costume
Oh, I've
contest.
seen some
That's fun.
pretty awesome costumes lately. People have been making of like Overwatch characters. I'm just tripping out at some of that stuff. These people go above and beyond.
Yes, they do. Okay, well, let's move into the hints and tips and we'll start wrapping this up. So
Got it.
apparently you have a hint and tip for us.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
I'm not Espo, but I have your hidden tip from Espo. He came on our podcast and we talked about it afterwards, and he gave me this little tidbit to share with you guys. So even though he's not here, he's kind of still here. Um, Espo brought up something that I didn't even know about, and that's something I'm really happy he brought up. When you um, when you buy card packs and say you open them up and you have new cards that you already have, or basically when they get highlighted with the whole like little blue
In the
outline,
card collection.
right, in the card collection, and say you already have those cards, and then you say you go to dust them. After you go and dust them, those cards are still showing up in your collection as new cards. Like it'll be a bunch of numbers on the top saying how many cards you got. And so a lot of people, if they already have a bunch of those cards, they have to. It's kind of a pain to have to go back into your collection and go, like roll over with your mouse, those cards so that they go away from being new.
Yeah, I have to do that all
So
the time. It's kind of takes
right,
a long time to do that sometimes.
it does. It totally does, and it kind of is a pain in the butt. But you know what? Espo gave me this awesome tip. Basically, just go and where you have your little filter area when you in your card collection, and there's an area where you can type in words. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to look for specific things like taunt or whatever, if you type in new, all those cards that are new will pop up, and you can
Really?
literally just go all the way over them and get rid of all those new little outlines.
Really?
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
That's
So
nice.
it's like the littlest, weirdest thing. Like, but for some reason, for me, I was like, oh, no, are you serious? Thank you. Like, because that was really irritating not to do that all the time.
Especially when you get to
literally
the neutral cards.
yeah,
It's-
because there's so
I
many
got 3 of them.
cards.
But down what page are they on? It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to literally go running through your whole collection just to get that out of there. And if you got OCD, it'll drive you mad. It'll drive you mad.
Yeah, I have to clear
Good
it. So.
tip. Good tip. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Espo, thank you for being here in spirit with your awesome tip that you gave me for the fans and the friends.
He
And the
always comes up
community.
with something I don't know. I don't know
That
how.
to me, I was just like, dang, heck yeah. And he's all, you can just pretend that you thought of it. And I'm all, no, I can't do that. He's all, just go trick him, I'm like, but no, I can't. Honestly, I didn't even know that. I'm just giving you credit, man, because it's genius. I love it. So
Speaking of Despo,
thanks,
let's really
Espo.
quickly say his birthday was Tuesday.
Send
Yep.
him
So
a tweet.
send him a text
A tweet.
A tweet, yeah. Send him a tweet right now. Pause the show. Go send him a tweet at XMCTB. Is that right?
That's not no.
No. XM. Sorry,
CTV.
XCMTB Gamer.
hmm
XCMTB Gamer. Send
On
him a tweet
Twitter.
and say happy birthday.
Yeah, and thank you for everybody who sent me a birthday tweet for Espo. And please don't do it again. I got like 6 tweets, and I'm like, really?
That's awesome.
Yes. But I'll also let him know that we're thinking about him, especially if you're in Twitch chat right now and doing that for him. He's probably getting his phone buzzing left and right. That would be so cool. So, anyways, the tournament talk this week, we already did it. BlizzCon,
Yeah.
World Finals,
Those are the
World
tournaments coming
Championship.
up.
Go do it. Go watch it. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see who ends up with that one. And so the real question then, what are you interested in seeing now that we've kind of talked about all that stuff? This is our top
Top
3 or whatever.
3, which has turned into a top 1.
Well, I mean, what are you going to
So
say?
what announcement are you looking forward to? Let me say, I am looking forward to an announcement that won't happen, but that's the raids in Hearthstone or multiplayer, like 2 versus 2 or 2 versus 1. Being able to play with a friend on your team. That's what I'm
That would be
looking
cool.
forward to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Anything for you?
Fastidious. What about you?
Oh, okay, fine. I would probably. I just say the next thing Hearthstone is going to do. I'm looking forward to anything they throw at us. But
That's cool.
I would really like to see raids. That would be one of my favorite things. But also, let's talking about the tournament mode. That's awesome too. So tournament mode and raids would be my 2 things.
I kind of feel like I'm on the same page with you, Fastidious. Like I'm just excited for more Hearthstone news, for something new in Hearthstone. I know no matter what they do, I'm going to be happy with it because I just enjoy this game so much that even when I am frustrated with the game and maybe even the current state of it, I still love it. Like there's something magical about this game. I mean, I got my mom to play this game and she never plays things like this, and so for her to be so into something like this, it just shows the power of this game. Like they're doing something right, and I feel like I'm just excited for I'm just really excited for whatever they announce, Hearthstone related. Overwatch, I'm excited for that too, but I'm ready for a nice update on the dock. I'm totally just pumped for whatever Hearthstone puts out next. That's it.
It's awesome.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, next thing I will say real quick, we did have a couple reviews come in on iTunes. One of them, I recognize the name. I'm not sure who that possibly could be. It said, Real People, Real Fun, Raz Malleable. Excuse me, that's Rez, by the way. That's Espo's only friend. But he says, the hosts of Legend of the Innkeeper have done an amazing job creating and inviting a supportive community of all kinds of players, from the completely new player to the consistently legendary. The weekly podcast itself is awesome and definitely worth listening to every week, but I really want to focus on the community. If your friends list is empty, and you will most likely fill it up with these guys. Listen to the show, join the
Most
Facebook group.
definitely, not most likely.
You'll never be at loss for friends to play with. Did you want to read it?
No.
Okay.
Carry on.
Watch the Twitch stream. Play with the hosts and other people in the community after the show. Fun guaranteed.
Definitely.
And then the other review was from Hard Norris. He said, best show notes. He says, subscribe to the show for the show notes alone. By far the best produced show notes of nearly any podcast I've ever seen. Seemingly written by a pro. Worth subscriber just for those. Great work.
Nice. Fastidious. Look at that. That is nice.
I wonder what show notes he's looking at.
The ones that come
cool.
up after the show's over because they've been fixed. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Still, doesn't matter. That's still a very, very cool compliment.
Yeah.
And as a listener, I may do my own show, but as a listener myself, he's right. You guys do an amazing job. So
Wow.
pat
Thank
yourselves
you.
on the
Appreciate
back. You guys deserve it.
Well, it's a lot of work, but you certainly enjoy doing it in the end. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Harder than it seems.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Okay, and since Espo's not here, we pulled a Twitter tweet that I wanted to kind of highlight this week. It was from Michael at MJ Estrada 914. He said, LOTI podcast and Well Met podcast. I just opened a Golden Ysera.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
awesome.
That is
I would love to have Ysera, period. But a
Yeah.
Golden Ysera, there's no way I'd dust
Yeah.
that bad boy.
Because of the cards that you get from it too, like they're all golden.
They're all golden.
That's
Yeah.
super
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
That's like
Yeah,
bonus time.
Mhm.
it is.
And then our Facebook shout out, I wanted to shout out for Tungdill. He said, finally, my first golden hero. Been climbing the ladder really fast with Warrior the last couple days. Didn't make Legend last season. Now I got plenty of time to do it, though. And I forgot what hero. Oh, he had the snapshot of it. But I don't remember. You'll look it up.
Yeah, I think it might have been Priest. It was. I think
I
it
don't
was
remember. But
Priest.
anyways, he has a golden hero now. Awesome. His very first one. So
Warrior.
definitely
It was
appreciate it.
Warrior.
It was Warrior. Okay. He said that in there, but I didn't know if that was actually the one. So, okay, cool. Well, is there anything else we want to do before we wrap it up?
That's
Dude,
everything.
that's a lot. It's a lot of info, a lot of fun. I mean, it's a good week.
Well, there's a lot of stuff, and we get
Yeah,
to do it all
yeah.
again next week. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
man,
great thing
next
about
week's gonna be
BlizzCon is it gives us
crazy.
more content.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week's going to be insane for us in both of our podcasts. A lot to
Mhm.
talk about.
hmm
Oh yes.
And we already talk a lot.
I know.
Remember, break it up in smaller chunks. You got to spread it out. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good advice.
Well, we thank you for joining
you.
us and filling some pretty big shoes that are hard to fill sometimes. But you did a fantastic job. We really appreciate you joining
you.
us, and
Definitely.
thanks for taking Espo
Yeah.
away from us for a couple days too. On
Oh
Tuesday.
man, my pleasure, man. He was great. He was definitely he did a great job, like always. So, but thank you.
And
for
if you want to
having me
hear
on.
more of these guys, listen to their show. It's Cardback Cavalry. You can find it on iTunes, Stitcher, anywhere you get your iTunes and get your podcasts from.
Yeah,
Support them. Give them an iTunes review as well. Tell them,
Definitely.
post an iTunes review and tell them that you heard it from us, so that he knows where.
Yeah, yeah, and that's Cavalry. CAVALRY. So Cardback Cavalry. Email us too, please, because we want the thing that drew me really into your show is the fact that you guys really got into the community part of it, and that's the only reason we play this game is just to have fun. That's the thing that drew me into wanting to do podcasts too, is just to have fun with a community of people that enjoyed this game. So email us. That's the same thing. Cardbackcavalry@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from anybody. We love Legend of the Innkeeper, and we'd love to hear from any of you guys too. So thank you guys for having me on the show.
Absolutely.
I'm thrilled to be able to do it.
Well, one of the things I would say, that's the one thing we didn't expect when we started this whole process was community. And when we started turning that on and focusing on that, we were like, wow, this has been more fulfilling than doing anything else we've done with it because of the community and the people we met. So that's the keys, meeting other people and just having a good time, enjoying the journey as you go through the game. So, well, thanks again for joining us. And can they reach you at on Twitter at Cult Classic, I assume?
Yeah, that's my my personal Twitter is Cult Classic. Basically, the U and the A are V's. CVLTCLVSSIC. And then you can add our podcast Twitter. Sorry, at the same thing at Cardback Cavalry. CAVALRY. So
awesome.
We have a Facebook. It's just a basic normal Facebook. It's not a group. It's just a page. So you can just go follow that if you want to. And search for us on Stitcher and iTunes. We're on there too. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, the one thing I do want to mention before we wrap up is there's a really cool thing going on this weekend. One of Dawn, Dragon Rider DK, is doing something a little unique with her stream. And what she's doing, she's actually going to be making some game-themed foods.
Oh,
so
nice.
On Saturday, she's using her 3-section crock pot to make 3 different flavors of chicken, each one representing a different StarCraft race. So she's going to be making
Wow.
barbecue chicken to represent the Terran, bold and spicy Mexican chicken to represent Zerg, and light cilantro lime chicken to represent the Protoss. Then she's making a Horde and Alliance pudding cup, and she's got pictures of this on her Twitter account using vanilla pudding
That's
and whipped cream
awesome.
that looks like the Horde and Alliance colors. For Diablo, she's making Health and Mana Punch. One's red, one's blue, obviously. And finally, Hearthstone Secrets Pie with homemade Oreo crust. So if you're really interested in seeing how she did all this or getting more details, go check it out over at her Twitter account at DAWNIEDK. And that's Dragon Rider. So there's links in the show notes for it, and you can check those out. And she's got pictures also that are really cool. So a lot of fun,
awesome.
something different. And
That is cool.
celebrating.
Now I'm starving.
Yeah, me too.
Perfect.
Jeez.
It's just what we want.
Hey, Dragon Rider, can you send me over? Send me over some, any of that stuff, leftovers. I'll take it to work.
Oh, yes. Well, that about does it this week. And if you want to email us at the show at info@legendoftheinnkeeper.com, you're welcome to do so. You can find the show notes, the epic show notes at legendoftheinnkeeper.com. And you can post comments on those posts too if you want to. All the links are in there, and we've talked about as well. And be sure to check out Dragon Rider's stream and her Twitter account. She's streaming on Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays each week at twitch.tv/DragonRiderDK. So that's about it. You can find us at LOTI Podcast on Twitter. And next week we'll have lots to talk about. Espo should be back if he survives his trip to the mountains and gets his little biking done and all that. So anyways, appreciate you guys listening. Thanks for hanging out on Twitch. And if you want to join us, you can do that on twitch.tv/LOTI Podcast. Thanks again for hanging out there, and we'll talk to you guys later.
See you later. Thanks for having me on.
Too late.
Oh man.
Okay,
that was fun.
Twitch chat, real
Wow,
quick.
that was long.
Twitch
That
chat.
was fun.
That's great.
I'll let you know if you are a patron and you're in our patron Facebook group. We are quickly wrapping up a little tournament kind of sort of thing.
Oh, you mean
you can-
Fantasy League?
It's a fantasy league. It's for the championship tournament on Hearthstone at BlizzCon. You have until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning Pacific time to email me. If you go to the Facebook page, you'll see this. You will see a we'll probably have to post it for you, Colt, because
Yeah, go ahead and put it in Skype, and I'll post it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it.
We're having a little challenge. It's basically brackets for the tournament that's coming up. This on Friday starts tomorrow. So what we're going to do is the winner of the brackets gets a $20 gift card to Hearthstone. So if you want to do this, it's time. I need your entries. So we've got less than 10 people doing it so far, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's just for fun. Basically what you do is there's a bracket on the Facebook page. You can print it out. You can copy it down, whatever you want to do. You don't even have to copy it out. You can just send me a list of who you pick for each tournament match down to your champion and whoever you yours is fine, Sorosho. It came through fine. Everybody who sent one in so far, no problems. It worked perfect. So I would just like to get more people involved. It's just more fun that way. So send in your stuff. I want to just have fun. This is one of those unspoken perks as being part of the club. So,
Oh yeah.
Brian, when you didn't do one.
I know. I was gonna just tell you on mine once I look and make up who I want because I probably don't know any. I don't think I know any of the players, so I'm just gonna pick random names and hope I'm right.
Well, there you go. See, just pick random names, send it in, and have fun. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good times.
But
man.
yeah,
Good times.
everybody do that. Come on, it's just for fun, and you could possibly win a gift card.
Nothing.
And for those that are
Wait,
overseas,
what? A gift card?
Worth
What?
it.
Yeah,
Worth
you
it.
can't. You can't.
What?
You, me,
What?
and Espo are not going to qualify.
What?
I wanted to give it to somebody who supports us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah,
Pretty
it makes
cool.
sense.
It's going back to the community. So,
She's like, doesn't. I want it,
yes,
but I guess it
Colt
makes sense.
Classic, you can participate too.
All right, fine. And if I win, I'd rather you give it to somebody else that listens to you guys too.
You listen to us.
I know, but I mean,
You're not a patron.
yeah.
If you sent one in already, your bracket was perfect, and it's already registered and logged. But if you haven't sent one in, then no, it's not perfect. You need to send one in. Hey, Dragon Rider, I haven't seen yours either.
All right.
So, anyways, yeah, let's
Oh
send it in.
man.
Do we want to open packs or anything before we wrap up? Or
I don't know if I have any gold. Let me
Dude.
look.
All right, I'm down to open some packs. Let me get this client open.
I knew I wouldn't have to say much.
I love opening packs.
I
It's
love
like-
opening packs. Yeah, I knew it.
It's my favorite part, like one of my favorite things about this game. Love it.
I know that's the bad thing. I am.
I know it's dangerous.
addicted to opening packs.
You're just like, oh, $2.99 here. It's just two. I need, let's try two more. I was like, dang, I spent $10. I should have spent. Oh, crazy.
Okay, so if you'll have to share your screen.
How do I do that on here? I've never done that before.
On Skype, are you on PC?
PC.
Yeah, go up to call, and then
Mhm.
on there you'll see share screens on the menu.
That easy.
That easy.
That easy.
Easy peasy. And I have enough gold to open one.
Here we go.
Yay, I have gold. What pack should I buy? Classic, GVG, or TGT?
Well, what
What?
do you have less of? Sorry, I had a brain fart.
You
What
shared
do
the
you
wrong.
have less
You
of?
shared the wrong screen, I think.
I have no idea.
We see your
Oh
Skype.
no, 'cause there now.
There it is. Oh, it's
I have
Ooh.
no idea what I have less of.
I have to buy because I don't have any. I'm gonna go straight old school.
Someone says TGT. Okay, I'll buy TGT.
Really? Only 3 characters?
It said it wants me to it wanted me to put in my CIV.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing your password. I was like, man, dude, you're gonna get
Yeah.
hacked.
I know. Dang. All right, go for it.
Okay.
All right,
Well, you got your screen up. Go ahead. We already have your
All right.
share.
I'll do it
Since you're already
first.
there.
Here we go. All right. Usually, what I like to do is I like to shake it up a little bit, do like a little circular thing, and then shake it up again. And then it usually works, but we'll see.
Could you be our first guest to get a legendary?
No, probably not. Not this time. Let's see.
Nice card back, by the way.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you. Nothing good. Nothing good right there. Let's try one more time.
Dust.
Okay. Shake it up. Boom. Here we go. Two rares.
2 rares.
Let's see if I get. Do we get any golds? No, no goldens. I have all
Okay,
these
so
cards, but it's okay.
are you a gold keeper or a gold duster?
I used to be a gold duster, but now I'm keeping my gold cards.
Okay.
I used to dust them all up until about a couple months ago, and that after TGT, then I started keeping all my golds just because my collection's like nearing complete.
So you want to get the
so
cards now.
at this point, it's kind of like a waste of. It's like a waste of dusting cards if I just get rid of them. I don't know. I feel like some of those cards I just want to play. I won't play gold now. Change it up.
So now on your Skype, you can go back up there and say, "Don't share screens." Here you go.
Boom.
Stop
And-
sharing. Nope. Do stop sharing. Cancel.
Is there?
Go back up to the menu and then stop sharing screens.
Oh, duh.
There it goes.
Done.
Okay. Ari.
All right. I got my
Huh.
pack ready.
I hope you get Alice.
Frigid
Here we go.
Snowbold, Dragonhawk Rider, Lily Squire,
Holy.
Orgrimmar, dude, Wood Crusher.
Hey, that would go well
I think
with
I don't
one of
have a
your
second one.
warlock decks.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
And I'm going to go in and type new to clear them all.
Oh, there you go. I hadn't done that yet. I'm gonna try.
Except
to do it.
this all dust. Never mind.
When you dust
Okay.
them, even if you dust them, it'll still do it. It'll still say new on all the cards.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And then when you hit done, it'll still show them as new up in the top. That's why it's such a cool hint and tip.
Okay, I'm opening mine. I'm not sharing. I'm sharing the stream, but not directly with you guys,
Okay.
unless I end up with something gold. But I did not. So we have refreshment vendor, North Sea Kraken,
Thanks.
Cavaldier Raider, Warhorse Trainer, and a Tuskar Jouster, which I don't think I have, or I
You
don't
know that
have many of
it's a
them.
paladin, right?
Yep, the Paladin card.
Mm.
I'll tell you right now. I got a couple packs to get rid of. It's 12. Yeah, actually, two of my cards somewhere along the way I don't actually have. I didn't have it, so. Let's see, Tuskar. I did have one, so now I have two. And here's that thing on the stream. I'll show you. Type new, and there they are.
Yeah,
You still have to go to each class tab.
you do. Yeah, you're right. You still do, but at least you can just run through them real quick. At least you don't have to like run through 1,000 pages.
Yes, that makes it a lot easier. I've been getting a lot of golds lately. Some extra gold cards.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting. I've opened a Mana Addict Golden the other day, and a Undercity Valiant and an Eviscerate Gold,
Nice.
and a Noble Sacrifice, a Fallen Hero, a Golden Bear Trap. That's it.
Oh, I saw that when you went through it at first. That's cool. That Undercity looks really sweet. There's like green mist coming from the horse's nose.
Yes.
I dust all my goldens.
Yeah, I used to do that, because I was trying to get all of the legendaries that I wanted.
Yeah.
And now I'm just at the point to where, I've already crafted the 2 rewards cards, like the ETC and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I just because I figured you'll never open those. You have to craft those. So.
Yes.
ETC is what?
Mechatork.
Megatork.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gelblin.
Yeah.
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 Gelbin.
Yeah.
Clever.
We both got the golden
The golden
with-
one.
for the beta.
But not the
Oh.
golden ETC.
Yes.
And
the
School has
that
that
was a
one.
Blizzcon reward, right?
Golden Gelblin
Yeah.
was when you made a purchase in beta.
Ah, lucky. I wasn't in the beta. I keep you know when I started playing this game actually? I started playing in October of last year. 1 year. I'm like a 1 year old Hearthstone
Nice.
baby. Yeah.
First.
30-year-old Hearthstone baby. Yeah.
Ah. Well, thanks
right.
again for joining us. We're going to wrap up
Of
here with the
course.
stream and all that. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate
for sure.
everybody hanging out in chat with us. It's been awesome. It's been a good time. Pretty cool stuff.
Of course. And hey, the hype is real. It's time to get some news. Have a good weekend. Everybody,
Yes.
stay safe out there. Don't get too excited, Practice
Yeah,
your
unfortunately,
practice your
trying to figure
routines
out how
if
to-
things get a little hectic, But
Trying to figure out how I'm
no,
going to
for
watch
sure.
these tournaments tomorrow at work. It's like
I know.
I don't want to do anything else, guys. Sorry, I just want to watch the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a sick day.
Yeah, really.
Honestly, I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, if you get the virtual ticket, it makes it even more.
I know.
Well, not to.
But then you can watch them anytime
That's
with the
right.
virtual ticket.
True. Are they doing most of the announcement tomorrow? It's like
Yes.
dang.
Which those are going to be on Twitch.
And what time is that, do you think?
It starts at